Okay. Listen to Phil. Listen to Phil, but I'm driving up around this corner here. There's the Kendall Auto Wash. It's cold. I don't know the temperature. That's a brand new, nice looking building over there. You know what I mean? I go down this one. Okay, now that is. Look, they're cleaning up the snow. This is how we clean up the snow. They put those trucks coming along. Here comes another one. Here, this guy's just sitting here. That thing loads the trucks with that blower. He just throws it in front of it because he can't really turn it off. And then it goes into that truck just like a beet hauler. You guys and I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's kind of what they're doing. Now look, they clean up all this snow because they know there's going to be another snowstorm. So I don't know if you guys down east have that kind of a system or not. They're looking in the window there. Here comes another truck with that. But see how fast these trucks are moving? That thing can go through a lot. Look how much snow that is. There's another one. Then another one. Then another one. And those are belly dumps. I guess that's what they call them. Side dumps. Side dumpsters. Huge. There's another, that's a regular plow. A lot of places, I don't know, I'm not into this. Somebody else figured this out. But he's a plow sander type guy. Those other guys are get the snow out of here. Put it, take it somewhere else and make it so that if we, you know, like, see, that's what you have, that's how much you'd have out here if you had to move some around. We'd be driving snow all the time if we didn't do that. Look at all that. And this is nothing compared to last year. Nothing, I'm telling you. Nothing, nothing. And this looks like another truck coming. I don't know which one it is. Oh, it's one of the little sanders out there. You see it driving around up there? And it's going down another road, so I don't know where they're taking it. I really don't. Here's a little roundabout. This little roundabout's kind of cool. You gotta yield. That guy could have come that direction. I'm gonna go right here. What's Phil saying? Call Phil. 877-876 Phil.
A couple of other things to get into. I didn't even know where this cat was until I read this story. Joe Garagiola is.
Joe Garagiola. But anyhow, I don't know what the heck's going on. And the only reason I don't put him on that, he doesn't like people to record his stuff because he is an artist. And you should somehow, some people are paying him like the radio stations, etc. Well, what the heck was that? Something fell off. Here's my water, all my water up top. Yep. It was, that reason it sounded so solid was because it's frozen solid. Anyhow, this fireplace place, I love this firewood. I mean, it's like, hey, you know what? You mess with our oil, you know what? The rest of my life, I can deal with firewood. If you guys are going to just sit there and jack up the price of oil and jack up the price of natural gas because you don't go out there looking for it, we'll cut these trees down because we need to be warned. But look at all the trees that are out there. There are so many trees up here, and there's only a few of us. But don't send them all up here. You know what I like? There's a naturalness to Alaska in that you gotta at least need to survive. If you're not a survivor, how's that? Not a survivor, you don't want to survive. You want to walk in the sun that's really gets hot, but you got your air conditioning. This place is not for you because it's cool, it's cold, you can die. I mean, I could be on a night driving here, especially in Fairbanks. I mean, there's people that die, the homeless die. There's guys, they just don't make it back to the shelter in time. And one guy that came from Ethiopia, he got out there and I don't know if he lost both his legs and his hands or whatever, but he almost, you know, had a lot of I mean, he was, you know, he has to have a strong heart. He's thin, but he had no body strength, and he wasn't dressed well. You got to dress yourself in layers up here. Then if you get the hypothermia, you think you're hot anyway, so you then take off your clothes. And you don't even have a sleeping bag. That's what you have to do, though. You do have to, if you got a person that's hypothermic, you put them in a sleeping bag. You take off their clothes. You take off your clothes. It doesn't matter. You're weird. Doesn't matter. You want to save their life. You don't want them to die. So that's why you get naked in there with them, and you just kind of rub them all over and get them warmer. Even if they're a guy, sorry guys, you got to do it. You know, you can keep your underwear on. You can keep your underwear on. That's okay with a guy. And but I, you know, that's what I do probably. You know, because it ain't going to be that much extra. And if it's real thin underwear, you know, like boxers or something, that's what I'd use, the boxers or some thinner ones. But if you were doing that, that's okay. But if it was a girl, I don't know. I may not take it off. I may take it off. I may just take it off just to. But at the same time, you know, that's could be somebody's sister, somebody's wife, somebody's whatever. Well, you wouldn't be out there with somebody's wife, and it wouldn't come that way. And you're in town, etc. Unless something happened, like the husband fell off the cliff, and they're up there on Mount McKinley, and he's over the cliff, and she's in one of those tents, and it's like -70 out there, and she's hypothermic, and you just happen to be coming along these people, even though it's kind of weird that you'd be coming along with -70, because if you're -70, you shouldn't be up there in the first place. But you can get caught, and, you know, it doesn't even have to be -70, it just has to be wet. All you have to do is get wet at below 32, or even not even 32. You get hypothermic at 58. Go into 58 water and sit about 20 minutes. I've done that. You'll get so hypothermic, you are numb. Your whole body is numb. I put on a tank. This was naked. I was just getting ready for hypothermia. And it was back in college days, 71, down at Devil's Corral. And it was the day Evel Knievel was jumping over the river. And we went down there to see Evel Knievel jump the river. So I go down there with the air tanks. We had this lake, little lake there. 58 degrees is what that water came out, you know. It really was 58, pretty close. And I just went down there and sat with my air tank on, breathing slowly. And it got really quiet, you know. And you get cool, and you get like going way down into your mind, because you are getting colder and colder. Things start to look far away, and then this little voice comes on. Well, you want to live or not? So then you realize that you have just enough strength to crawl out. They make it to the top, actually. You don't have enough strength to crawl out. The people have to help you out. And you're 21 years old, and there's girls around, but you know what? You don't care, because you're hypothermic. So then you lay out there like a lizard on a rock, and or a snake, or you know, any other reptile, and you let the rock get the heat from the rock, and let the sun start to warm you. Now, somebody could have got down naked with me, but we didn't have a sleeping bag. So we couldn't do that, really. But that's kind of like what happened. That's hypothermia. That's my experience with it. I did when I was a kid. I mean, I built myself up because the fish hatchery had 58-degree water, and I would jump in with the fish, and I would stay in there as long as I could. But now you could not get me in the 58-degree. Well, no, that's not. Well, probably not. It would seize up my heart for all I know. I just wouldn't do it. I'll drink 30-degree water. I'll drink like that point where it's just slush. So it must be about 31-degree water. But I don't want to go into 58-degree water with it anymore. I'm just, no, you never know. good for you. Who knows? I like the hot thing. I like the steam. Well, I'm just going. I wonder what Phil's up to. Haven't been listening to on the way home.
Drive at a 3-story condo complex.
Oh, it must be the news or something. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I get started on something and I forget. I don't know. It's just instead of driving home thinking, I'm talking to a screen. And you're seeing what I'm seeing. Kind of easy. I even got both hands on the wheel. But here's the road. And yes, gas went up 10 cents today. 10 cents from $3.78 last night to $3.88 this morning. I was going like, what the heck? But, you know, I mean, make a firewood heater, firewood steam engine that runs an electrical plant, that gets some batteries and get an electrical car for up here and then keep it warm by my firewood. I am not going to be defeated. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be a survivor. And that's the whole deal about Alaska. We will survive. I mean, you guys are down there being weird and not producing enough, and you know you're going to start seeing it around the world where there's not enough food for certain people, and we're going to have those pictures all over again of starving kids and stuff. And then they're going to pour out and try to get money from you, but at the same time there'll be twice as many, 3 times. There it is, 388. But you know what? There's 388 over there. I got a 2-1. I've been starting to go over there instead of Chevron, and the reason is because they have this little "don't forget your points," and that's over on that the Holiday, and they give you so many points a gallon. But anyhow, I had 45 gallons 50 cents off. That was like $22. That's like a half a tank of fuel for free, or it was. It was about $3.38 or a little more. Now it's pretty full. Now that's another truck. They're just moving snow. We're moving snow out of here. I hope you people down south are doing it too. And you know what? You've held up places like Alaska for a long time, and now it's going to start to bite you in the asses. Because if that oil would have been there, you could have had a good industrial base, and you would have made some more dump trucks to get rid of the snow. But did you do that? No. I'm going to the house. See you later. Love you all.